What's up, guys? Just here back my channel. Tonight we're doing a review for Monday Night Raw, and it went super fast tonight and stuff. So yeah, only 3 matches. Just letting you guys know and stuff. So anyways, it's two of them with a segment coming up. CM Punk makes his way to ringside to open Raw. Punk pumps up the crowd and then tells everyone he's in a bad mood and he's feeling low. He says 2 weeks ago he said he doesn't think about Seth Rollins, but lately Rollins has been on his mind and it puts him in a bad mood. He also says it's a matter of time until they lock up in the ring. He says excuse me, he says he expects Rollins to interrupt him when he's in the ring doing what he loves doing, talking to everyone. He says Rollins likes to paint this picture of Punk being the bad guy. He says Seth Rollins is CM Punk's failure and invites Rollins to interrupt him. He asks the crowd to chant his name, so Rollins comes out. Rollins comes through the crowd chanting CM Punk. Rollins insults Punk and says that he loves WWE, and when Punk abandoned the fans and WWE, he held the company on his back. Punk and Rollins start fighting in the crowd. Security and officials to come down to break this up. The fight spills into the ring, and the officials continue to try to break them up. Both Rollins and Punk run away from officials only to collide in the arena to fight. The Judgment Day is backstage, and Finn Balor is not happy. They left him in a 2-on-1 spot at Saturday night's main event. Liv Morgan wishes the tag champs good luck and they leave. Seth Rollins is fuming backstage. Adam Pearce screams at him for starting fights with CM Punk. Drew McIntyre comes by and tells Rollins they have a common cause against Roman Reigns. Rollins tells McIntyre he's not his friend, and that's why they don't have a common cause. Alright, first match coming up, Intercontinental Championship match. Braun Breaker, who's a champion, versus Ludwig Kaiser. We get the bell and Kaiser attacks Breaker, but he gets Kaiser against the corner and hits a release suplex on Kaiser. Breaker assaults Kaiser in the corner and Kaiser slaps Breaker. Breaker tackles Kaiser and punches him. Kaiser is taken down with a clothesline and we cut commercial. Alright. Alright, we come back to Kaiser. Kick Breaker, who then clotheslines Kaiser to the mat. Breaker punches Kaiser on the ring post. Kaiser comes at Breaker but is slammed down and covered for a 2 count. Kaiser kicks Breaker and starts working on Breaker's left shoulder. Breaker slams Kaiser to the mat, and Kaiser comes back with some eye gouging to Breaker and kicks to Breaker's left arm. Kaiser is suplex and Rollins out of the ring. Breaker's arm jumps off the apron and smashes Kaiser to an announce desk. Back in the ring, Breaker gets Kaiser on the top rope, but Kaiser takes him down, attacking the left shoulder. Kaiser stomps on Breaker's shoulder and uses the ropes to brutalize Breaker's shoulder. Kaiser continues to stomp on and isolate Breaker's shoulder, and Kaiser drop kicks Breaker into the corner, and we get another commercial break. Alright, Kaiser is still working on Breaker's arm, and Breaker tries fighting back with right hands to Kaiser. Kaiser takes down Breaker and covers him for a near fall. Kaiser throws Breaker into an arm hold, and Breaker fights out if it punches. Fights out with punches, whatever. Okay, sorry guys. Kaiser runs to Breaker, who hits a running knee to Kaiser, laying out both men. Breaker collides Kaiser and uses his body to take down Kaiser. Breaker hits a top rope Frankensteiner and covers for 2. Kaiser hits the Kaiser roll and covers for 2, and then rolls Breaker back into the shoulder lock submission hold. He used throughout this match. Breaker slams into the turnbuckles and rolls out of the ring. Against the steel steps, Kaiser goes for his run around drop kick, but Breaker is gone and comes out of nowhere and body check him. Breaker hits a gut buster and sets up for a spear and spears Kaiser for the win. So winner and still Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. Alright, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods walk to the locker room and they see Rey Mysterio, who tells them that the whole locker room isn't on their side for crossing the line with Big E and tells them to go change somewhere else. Damn. Alright, Kathy Kelly talks to Anna Pierce, who lets her know CM Punk will take on Seth Rollins on the January 6th episode of Raw on Netflix. Yes, I knew it. Alright, Liv Morgan makes her way to the ring with Dominic Mysterio, Raquel Rodriguez. Morgan and Dom doodle in the ring as Rodriguez carries a megaphone in her hands. Dom tries to get the crowd's attention, but he's booed out. Morgan says she's the greatest women's champ of all time. She says 2024 was her year, and there are big changes coming in 2025, and she's the perfect person to lead the company. Rhea Ripley's music hits, and she makes her way out. Ripley tells Morgan to shut up, and she has something Morgan wants to hear. She says, "Let's settle this once for all," and that Pierce has made it official. Ripley is the number one contender, and Morgan's title reign is ending. And all Morgan will be left with is her chicken tender slut. Oh man, I was laughing when she said it was towards Dominic Mysterio. Alright, anyways, Jackie Redmond catches up with Seth Rollins, and behind them, Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn starts scraping. Um, the Miz talks with the Final Testament about him not being needed. Karen Cross says the Y6 did to Paul Ellering and Scarlett is still not done. Cross tells the Miz he will challenge Dexter Lumis on Raw next week and go to Pierce and make the match. Alright, second match coming up, Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament, Triple Threat match, Zoe Stark versus Raquel Rodriguez versus King Carter. The bell rings and Carter goes for Stark, and Rodriguez comes up and starts beating up both Carter and Stark. Rodriguez covers Carter and Stark break it up. Stark beats down Carter and then DDTs Rodriguez. Carter takes down Rodriguez and Stark then attacks Carter and covers her for a 2 count. Stark and Rodriguez get sent outside, and Carter takes both of them with a corkscrew plancha. Get a commercial break. Anyways, Carter kicks Rodriguez in the corner after the break and slaps her, and then crab submission and slams Stark at the same time. Carter kicks Stark and hits a springboard leg drop. Rodriguez pulls Carter out of the ring, and Stark hits a top rope crossbody to the outside on both women. Rodriguez is thrown back into the ring, and Stark gets tossed outside by Rodriguez. Carter rolls up Rodriguez and covers her again for a near fall. Rodriguez clotheslines Stark for a 2 count, and Carter goes to roll up Rodriguez, but Rodriguez hits a fallaway slam and splash, and then goes for the Tiana bomb. But Stark hits a missile dropkick and hits her finisher on Carter for the win. So winner is Zoe Stark. Alright, the Alpha Camel is backstage with R-Truth, and Pete Dunne comes in telling Truth to not call him Butch. American Made stops by and tells Alpha Academy that their joke's now over, and tells Gable to shut up, and Gable says he's going to destroy what he's created, and he'll start with Tozawa, and American Made leaves. Jackie Redmond is with the New Day backstage, and they're still looking for a place to change when Ruckus sways. We see Pure Fusion Collection attacking Kairi Sane, crushing her fingers in a crate. Io Sky and Dakota Kai run over to check on Sane, and PFC leaves. Alright, main event coming up. WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Judgment Day, who are the champions versus the War Raiders. Alright, the bell rings, and McDonough and Ivar start the match. Ivar takes down McDonough, and then Ivar takes out Ballard. Ivar tags on Eric, and Eric slams Ivar onto McDonough, and we get a commercial break. Alright, we come back from commercial break to see McDonough being double teamed by the War Raiders. Ivar is kicked in the face and Balor is tagged in. Balor tags down Ivar with an elbow drop and covers for a near fall. Balor chokes out Ivar on the ropes as the ref is looking at Balor. McDonough hits Ivar, and then Balor hits Ivar with some elbows. McDonough is tagged in, and Ivar hits a springboard splash onto Balor and McDonough. McDonough holds Ivar's leg to stop him from tagging, but Eric is tagged, and Eric slams McDonough and slams Balor, who tries to come in and save McDonough. McDonough is taken down with a clothesline and set outside the ring. Eric gets tripped up by Balor, and McDonough tags in Balor, and they throw Eric into the steel steps. They swing Eric into the steps again. We get another break. Back to the action. Balor stomps on Eric in the ring. McDonough is tagged in, and he hits a springboard splash on Eric. McDonough hammers on Eric and gets on the middle rope and misses an elbow on Eric. They both tag out, and Ivar smashes Balor and slams him down and splashes him. Ivar sits on Balor in the corner and hits a spinning kick on McDonough. Ivar squishes Balor in the corner and climbs the ropes. McDonough is tagged in, and after Balor knocks Ivar on the ropes, Ivar hits a super slam on McDonough and covers for a near fall. The War Raiders double team McDonough and cover him, and Balor breaks it up. Ivar sends Balor out of the ring and attacks Eric. Balor pulls out Ivar. McDonough rolls up Eric for a near fall. McDonough tags Balor, and Balor takes down Eric with a sling blade. Balor hits a running shotgun drop kick and tags Balor. Tags McDonough. McDonough hits a moonsault and Balor hits a coup de grace and covers for a 2 count. McDonough gets a chair, and while the ref is distracted, Balor goes and gets in their chair, but is unable to because Damian Priest is holding it back in the ring. The War Raiders hit the War Machine on Balor and cover him for the win. So winners and new WWE Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. Thank goodness they won. Finally, man. Oh, finally someone beat the Judgment Day for the tag titles and stuff. So, oh man, thank goodness. Finally. Oh, what it didn't say on here that Seth Rollins called CM Punk an asshole, but they bleeped it out. But it's weird that they bleeped out slut when Rhea Ripley said it, but whatever. But that was funny though. I laughed at that part. So yeah, good show tonight. Man, this show went fast, super fast tonight. So only 3 matches. So that's all you're gonna get tonight. But anyways, good show tonight and stuff. And yeah, been good show tonight. Everything was good and stuff. So anyways, that was it for this video. Hope you like it and not whatever. But anyways, so like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. If you guys don't want to leave a comment, I don't care what you guys do. That was it, and I see you guys in the next video. Laters.